Be good today. What's up, guys? What is going on? Welcome back. It's been a while. Hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, it's been a while. I almost feel I feel a little bit rusty making videos. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Argentina versus Brazil. Well fought indeed. That's what it was. It was a fight till the end for Argentina. I thought Argentina had a really good game, and yeah, they deserved the win. 100%. Historic win. I think it's the second time that they ever won in the Maracanã in Brazil, and again, really well deserved. Congrats, Argentina. You could tell that it meant the world to them. DePaul on the floor on his knees as if he won his second World Cup or something. Very dramatic, but you could see it meant a lot to Argentina, and not just because of in the history in the making, because a lot of these players probably don't even know. I'm going to say that some of them, they're too busy in their lives nowadays to learn the history of what's going on and what this game means to them. But also because in the beginning, the fight that ensued with in the stands with the fans, that was crazy. That was crazy. I knew about it. Obviously, I'm recording this game super late, but I knew about it from people that watched the game and told me about it. But when I saw it, it was brutal. It was brutal the way the cops or the security and the Brazilian security just went ape shit, on those Argentinian fans. Almost made me feel bad for Argentina. But yeah, that I think that's why it meant so much for these for the players, and it was really nice, to go to the fans and celebrate with them. You don't see that in qualifiers all that much, because it's not like this was going to qualify them for the World Cup. Of course, every game counts and every game's an add up. It adds up until the moment that you qualify. But yeah, it was really nice to see that. So as for the game itself, I'm kind of disappointed. I understand the first half was just complicated. It was just a mess. It didn't resemble a football match. It was only until the second half that it kind of, started to come together, and, both teams started playing football. There was a little bit more freedom. It was still a scrappy game. It was a very complicated game for both sides. But the first half was just, because of what happened earlier on. You thought there was going to be, I was surprised. It's a miracle. I think it's a miracle that nobody got sent off the first half. The second half, Joe Ellington got sent off. That was not a red card. That was so far away from being a red card. And where's VAR? Where's VAR in all this? Where's VAR? Like what? Like where's what? Why? Like it's the qualifiers, right? They should have VAR. I was asking myself, there were no signs, like crickets, no sign of VAR. I thought because Joe Ellington, anytime I saw him play in Newcastle and just like that intimidating physique that he has, and you could tell, he seems like a bad boy. He seems like he doesn't really care. I thought that he really did, in fact, punch him, because the ref I think said or elbow him, right? He did one of these emotions. But when you see the replay, not at all. My God, it was so embarrassing that was a red card, like a straight red card. He pushed him because DePaul was holding on to him. He was holding on to him, a little bit more, and he would have dragged him. So I could understand Joe Ellington's, his anxiousness to be able to, his need to be able to get out of his grips and, go chase the ball, because he was on the breakaway. He was on the run. So it made sense to push him away, like, let me go. If anything, it was DePaul that should have gotten the yellow, not a red card, but he should have gotten a yellow card. Absolutely. That was just poor refereeing, poor refereeing, and they should definitely take a look at that. You can't send someone off for that. You just can't do that. That was such a bad call. So the first half, like I said, very convoluted. Argentina, I felt that had more of the possession first half, but Brazil had the chance with Martinelli. I think it was the first half, the volley, and that was really good defending from Romero. Romero just happened, or maybe he just happened to be there at the perfect moment to be able to deflect the shot out, but that was going straight to goal. That was the 1-0 right there. And I think that would have probably have changed everything for Brazil, because then after that, both teams didn't really have that many opportunities. If you look at it closely, like they didn't really create that many chances. There were moments that Allison and Martinez weren't really involved in the game, or if they were, there was no danger at all. There was no threat whatsoever, except the one for Martinelli. That could have been the 1-0. And of course, Argentina responded in the second half with that amazing header. I thought, Otamendi was gone, retired or something. I do remember thinking to myself, how come he wasn't in the World Cup squad? Or was he? I don't think he was. Or no, he wasn't. Right? Yeah. But man, what an amazing header! What an amazing header, and what a way to come back! What a way to come back and be able to score. Very important goal for Argentina to win, to seal the deal, to seal the win, pretty much. After that, it was pretty much again just back and forth, a little bit more freedom. Brazil trying, but not really. I mean, trying with what? Like Brazil, I am disappointed. That's where I think my disappointment comes from. It's not so much the game, it's Brazil and the monster that is Brazil in producing players. And these last couple of years, like I don't know, maybe the mentality looks like I know they're producing players, but it doesn't seem like they're producing those type of players that we used to have in the past. Give me at least one of those, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho. Give me an Adriano. Give me what was his name? There was another striker. Like Brazil doesn't have a striker in number 9. I can't remember him. He used to play in Sao Paulo. He was a really good striker for a while for Brazil. So Brazil, had their pickings of strikers, and Brazil doesn't really have that. Like, I'm sorry, get out of here with Rodrigo. Rodrigo didn't do anything, barely, like nothing. He did nothing. Rodrigo, I'm sorry, he's just such a joke, and it's not his fault. It's just that's his limit. That's his potential. I know for Real Madrid, he's had amazing games, but I'm always gonna refute that. He's not really, the guy for Real Madrid. He's not really the guy. It's only since Benzema left that he's been starting. The only one that kind of escapes that, to me it was sort of a fluke, chance and luck, is Vinicius. Vinicius kind of by a margin. I think he's a great player, and Brazil sorely missed him in this game. I think he would have made a difference, but again, it wasn't the way it used to be in the past. Like, you go into a team and you start playing well because, obviously you were killing it back at home, and, all those rumors about you being a great player were actually true. It took a while. Everybody knows that it took a while. It seems like some people want to forget about that. So that's why I say, like, marginally, it's he escapes that barely. Again, great player. I think he would have made a big difference in this game. And then after that, this kid, Endrick, that's the first time I've seen him play. I know he didn't play that much, but I don't know. I'm expecting a lot more. Even if 15 minutes, I'm expecting, something, show me something. And supposedly he's headed to Madrid. Yeah, he might kill it at some point in Madrid. Madrid's known to give you time, so he's going to have plenty of that. I'm sure he's going to do well. And maybe then he'll be able to come back to Brazil and play in the national team and, do something. But, and he was like more distracted in how his pants were looking, raising them up, like than actually, I don't know, playing in the game. It looks like he was mostly posing for the camera. Every single shot that was taken of him was just him like looking a certain way and trying to play up a character, instead of playing football. And Rafinha, another one, can't even do step overs. I'm glad he came out. I don't even want to get into Rafinha. Rafinha is just, why Rafinha? Why do they keep calling this guy up? And then Brazil had that probably more clear of a chance than the first one with, again, Martinelli. Really good run from Gabriel Jesus. And luckily the deflection, I think he should have shot it before. He ended up losing the ball. And luckily the deflection landed right to Martinelli. And that's your bread and butter as a striker. I know he's not a number 9, but he's a striker, and he's been scoring goals lately. Dude, you can't miss that. He gave it right to Martinez. He made Martinez look amazing. That would have changed again the whole game, the whole schematics of the game. And it didn't go in. I'm disappointed with Brazil. I'm speaking like I'm Brazilian or something, like we don't have those players anymore. And I don't know when's the next time. The last player that came out that was, an amazing player, out of this world player, Neymar. And we all know now Neymar isn't what he used to be. But I think still Neymar playing this game would have made a difference. Either he would have gotten sent off, or he would have gotten injured, or he would have, in those situations, I think with the Martinelli one, the second one, I think he would have scored a goal. Definitely, he would have been able to score a goal. Just disappointed from that end. And Messi, he was just passing the ball. playing at his limit, playing with what he knows best, just experience. And just, I think the most leader thing he did up until this point for me was like, hey guys, let's go to the locker room. When, and that was before the game, so it wasn't during the game. That was it. After that, Messi was just not there in the game. He didn't do anything except pass. I mean, inspire people, as people like to say. Let's do it for Messi. He inspires me. Not for Argentina, not for my country, not for the millions of people that live there, but for this one guy. So yeah, Messi did what Messi does lately. What Messi's been doing lately. And that's it. Yeah, that was it. It was all right. It was disappointing, but I made it through. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.